Yo, what's going on YouTube? What's going on everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel. We're here with some Bob Dylan, man. Gonna be checking out My Back Pages. Okay, I don't know if this was been requested a lot, but it's been requested recently. Gonna go ahead and hop into this one, man. My Back Pages. Don't forget, I have some people requesting songs that I've already done from Bob Dylan. So if you're interested, you could always, I think, type in my channel name and then type in Bob Dylan in the search bar, and you should be able to see everything that I've reacted to from whatever artist you're choosing, man. But definitely appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and hop into this one.
Crimson flames tied through my ears, rolling high and mighty traps, pounced with fire on flaming roads, using ideas as my maps. We'll meet on edges soon, said I, proud neath heated brow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Half-racked prejudice leaped forth, ripped down all hate, I screamed. Lies that life is black and white spoke for my skull, I dreamed. Romantic facts of musketeers, foundationed deep somehow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
My Back Pages, okay.
Girls' faces form the forward path from phony jealousy to memorizing politics of ancient history, flung down by corpse evangelists, unthought of though somehow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
Interesting, okay.
A self-ordained professor's tongue, too serious to fool, spouted out that liberty is just equality in school. Equality, I spoke the word as if a wedding vow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. In a soldier's stance, I aimed my hand at the mongrel dogs who teach, fearing not I'd become my enemy in the instant that I preach. My existence led by confusion boats, mutiny from stern to bow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Yes, my guard stood hard when abstract threats, too noble to neglect, deceived me into thinking I had something to protect. Good and bad, I define these terms quite clear, no doubt somehow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
Man, I don't know, guys. You know, I had my wife listen to a Bob Dylan song a couple of days ago. It was actually "A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall," and she was like, I don't know, I don't really like this one. I was like, oh, kind of hurt a little bit. And I was like, well, babe, a Bob Dylan song, I don't think he was making it all the time with the intention of having somebody kind of move to it and feel the music itself. It's more about the words that he's saying and that he's sharing. I've always been a big like lyric kind of person when I listen to music. I like a good meaning behind it. My favorite band growing up was Rage Against the Machine. I don't know how many of you guys know that, but Rage Against the Machine is all about the message. And then I have bands like Bush that, yeah, it can sound good, but they're talking about nothing almost all the time. You can't really stitch their lyrics together and really get a good meaning from it. It's really kind of pointless with lyrics, in my opinion, with them. But anyway, but even hearing it, like even hearing "A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall" and hearing My Back Pages right now, I know I've heard some people say Bob Dylan can't sing. He doesn't have like a good singing voice. Man, I like the sound, the folk sound. I like the singing. I like the strumming. Maybe this isn't everyone's cup of tea, but it's mine, dude. I like what Bob Dylan's doing, even on a musicality, with the musicality of it. Like, I like it, dude. It might be so simple. I don't know. He might not be able to sing from a vocal coach's perspective, opinion. To me, it all works, man. It all works. But let's hop into the lyrics, because the lyrics were so heavy, very heavy and hard to dissect on this one. And sometimes that happens with Bob Dylan. Sometimes I could kind of make up a meaning for me. This one was very difficult, so I want to dissect it a little bit. All right, guys, I am a little blown away here, man. So apparently this is Bob Dylan reflecting on himself and his past and who he was, and pretty much criticizing himself without restraint, man. And I think that is powerful for any of us to do at different points in our life, and realize we're not the perfectionist, the perfect person that we might have made in our heads, right? Sometimes we compare, and I wouldn't do that, and who would do that? And we see it online all the time, people criticizing other people without ever putting themselves in their shoes. But it's kind of like Bob Dylan's taking a step back and saying, hey, man, I act like I know everything. I act like a know-it-all, and I'm above others. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Let me step back. The lyric that didn't make sense to me in the song, I could not understand what meaning could be behind it was, but I am so much older then. I'm younger than that now. I was so much older then, but I'm younger than that now. I was like, what does that mean? In my head, but now it makes perfect sense, man. He's saying in the past, older then, when you're older, you're supposed to be wiser. He's saying in the past, he always thought he was the wiser one. He knew better than everyone else. He was preaching all this stuff that he really didn't know much about. He's younger than now. He's willing to learn. He's taking the step back. When you're younger, you're impressionable. You can learn. You're not so quick to judgment. You're examining and you're taking in information. What a freaking amazing way to write down this growth in ourselves, right? We're growing, but in reality, he's saying that growth puts you in a younger state where you're more willing to listen. And man, that is insane. That is a poetry at its best, dude. At its best. All right, guys, I think just really great here, man. I mean, he just kind of gives you a different perspective on how he was doing things. Now, I don't know how that relates to his career and his life exactly, because I don't know Bob Dylan well enough to break these down and understand exactly how it reflects to what he's talking about for himself. But maybe you guys can help me with that and kind of give me your ideas on this song. But man, that was some deep stuff, really deep stuff, and that lyric alone just really floored me. It's really amazing, dude. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, man. Let me know about some deep dives that you guys want me to do. And sometimes I need to pull up the lyrics. I always want to pull up the lyrics anyway, to help me gain a better understanding. But this one was deep and even deeper than I could understand with the lyrics pulled up, man. So I'd like to hear what your guys' thoughts are on some of these lyrics here, and how you kind of compare them to where Bob Dylan was in his life at this point, man. Thank you for sticking around with me here, enjoying my reactions. Really appreciate that. And if you enjoyed this one, please don't forget like, subscribe, man. It helps the video get out to other people. With that being said, I'm gone. I'll catch you on the next one. All right, peace.